This is too good. Pretty much every morning I read the newsletter from Charlie Sykes, the website The Bulwark, and yesterday his newsletter was just titled The Usual Suspects, and it should have been titled This Week's Republican Clown Show. It started off with Tommy Tuberville and him saying that, I don't know, he's going to keep holding up these militaries because people on battleships are wearing or reading poetry. And then Charlie stuck in an image of the cover of a book of the wartime poems written during World War II from General George S. Patton. Then we've got Peter Navarro. He got sentenced this week, and he's like, I'm going to go to prison until the Supreme Court decides this issue. He doesn't know what this issue is. Then we have Ben Shapiro, who tweeted out, why is the word of Larry Sinclair, who came out this week in an interview with Tucker Carlson. He talked about 20, 30 years ago, he spent 2 days having crack-fueled sex with Barack Obama. Why is his word less believable than that of E. Jean Carroll or Christine Blasey, who accused Justice Kavanaugh? And Tim Miller, our buddy, tweeted, well, that guy had fraud charges in 2 states. He went to jail in 3 states. He had 13 aliases. He failed a polygraph relative to questioning on his interactions with Barack Obama. And 20 years ago, he filed an affidavit that he was unable to stand trial in one of his fraud cases because he was terminally ill. He's still alive 20 years later. Then we have Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, who's being impeached right now, who's still under federal indictment for, I don't know, the last 8 years. I don't even know what you say about that guy. Then we have Elon Musk, who said he's going to sue the Anti-Defamation League for all of the anti-Semitism that's on Twitter or something like that. I don't know. And then the revelation came out this week that he turned off his satellite network for the Ukrainians because they were going to decimate the Russian Navy in the Black Sea, thereby permitting the Russian Navy to still fire countless missiles into Ukraine, killing innocent men, women, and children. Cool. Then we have the Proud Boys going to prison for decades. Then we have Dilbert cartoonist and noted Trump taint sniffer Scott Adams, who tweeted out, the 2024 election is not an election. It is a referendum on January 6 pardons and needs to be treated that way. He's in favor of January 6 pardons. And you can imagine the responses that he got to that. Then we have Jim Jordan. I've never seen a sitting member of Congress get spanked harder than Jim Jordan did by that letter from Fani Willis. I did a video about it. It's from yesterday or the day before. It's a wow. And then we have Mike Huckabee, who said that if Donald Trump is not reelected in 2024, then every election from there on out will be decided with bullets instead of ballots. And I can't wait to see Mike Huckabee in his full amosexual Gravy Seals outfit out there on the battlefield, all 5'8" of him dragging around his 280 pounds while he's fighting the good fight. Then we have Congressman George Santos, and it was revealed this week that his campaign actually did some Oppo research on him and came up with a lot of the things that we know about him now. And so many of his staffers were so disturbed by what was in that report and his lackluster response to it that they just quit. Then we got to see Vivek Ramaswamy get his ass handed to him on MSNBC by Mehdi Hasan, when Mehdi Hasan was questioning him about the scholarship that he took while he was in law school for immigrants. A scholarship that he took from George Soros's brother during a year that on his tax returns, Vivek Ramaswamy reported taxable income of $750,000. We never got a straight answer out of Vivek about that, if you can imagine that. And then to cap this all off, man, Nikki Haley, she tweets out a picture of a small town in the United States of America. And it said, the Democrats will never win an election in a small town in America ever again. And somebody helpfully responded to her tweet underneath that photo and said, this is a photo of Montpelier, Vermont, which Joe Biden won with 88% of the vote. That is this week's Republican Clown Show.